As new parents, especially first time mothers, the excitement of introducing solid food to your baby can be overwhelming. It's a significant milestone that marks your little one's growth and development. However, this enthusiasm can sometimes lead to mistakes. Let's look at some common errors made by the excited parents. Hi everyone, this is Dr. Fatima, a clinical pharmacologist and an expert coach in pregnancy and parenting. Welcome to our channel 9 Mantras and thanks for being part of our mission to educate million moms and moms to be. As a pregnancy and parenting coach, I deal with moms daily. I do discuss a lot about baby nutrition and I've noticed that you all have got similar questions. From debunking food myths to understanding what's truly best for your little ones, there is a lot to cover. That's why I have created this video especially for you, so watch till the end and get all the essential tips you should know. First, let me take you through the mistakes often made to understand why this video is important for you. When introducing solid foods to baby, typically around 4 to 6 months, parents should be aware of several common mistakes that can impact your baby's health and development. Introducing solids too early may lead to digestive issues and increase the risk of allergies. Offering too much food too soon can overwhelm the baby's digestive system and potentially contribute to obesity later in life. Introducing multiple new foods in quick succession can make it challenging to identify the potential allergies or intolerances. Parents should also be cautious about offering adult foods too soon or sharing complex family meals, as these can be difficult for babies to digest. It's important to remember that breast milk or formula should remain the primary source of nutrition throughout the first 1 year, and their intake shouldn't be reduced too quickly. Pressurizing your babies to eat more than what they want can create a negative association with eating. Food safety is crucial, so parents must always remember to wash the fruits and vegetables thoroughly and ensure that food is cooked properly. Finally, it's essential to avoid certain food items too early, like honey, cow milk, salt, sugar, unpasteurized food, and fish high in mercury, as these can pose serious risk in infants who are under 1 year. By being aware of these common mistakes, parents can ensure a smoother and safer transition to solid food for their babies. Remember, while it's natural to be excited about this new stage in your baby's life, it's crucial to approach feeding with patience, caution, and always under the guidance of your pediatrician. Each baby develops at their own pace, and there is no need to rush in this process. It should not be a rat race, and we are not getting any kind of medals in this. Enjoy this special time, but always prioritize your baby's health and readiness over your excitement. Let's understand when one can give solid food for their babies. The journey into solid foods typically begin between 4 to 6 months of age, but it's essential to look for specific developmental signs that your baby indicate they are ready. These signs include ability to sit up with good head control. Loss of tongue thrust reflex means automatically pushing solid food out of their mouth. Showing interest in food by watching others and reaching for food. Ability to move food from front to back of their tongue. Every baby develops at their own pace. Some may be ready closer to 4 months, while others might not be ready until 6 months or later. The World Health Organization recommends exclusive breastfeeding for first 6 months. So don't feel pressure to start early. So which food should be introduced first? Traditionally, iron fortified single grain cereal like rice cereal have been recommended as the first food due to their mild taste and low allergic potential. However, current research suggests that there is no medical research saying that it should be the first food. The key here is to introduce one ingredient at a time and wait for some 3 to 5 days just to see if there are any potential allergic reactions. Pureed vegetables like sweet potato, carrot, pumpkin can be given, and in fruits you can give apples, pears, bananas. To prepare baby food, what matters first is the hygiene. Wash your hands and use clean utensils. Cook the food until it's soft, then puree or mash them. Avoid adding salt, sugar, or spices. Always test the temperature before feeding. Never leave your baby alone while eating. Now let's talk about feeding process. Start with small amount, about 1 to 2 teaspoons. Feed with a soft tipped spoon. Go slow and be patient. Watch for the signs that your baby is full, like turning away or closing their mouth. Don't force feed them. It's okay if more food ends up on the bib than their mouth at first. Try to establish a good routine. Choose the time when your baby is alert and not too hungry. Start with once a day, then gradually increase. Continue breastfeeding or formula feeding as usual. Remember, solid food complement, not replace milk at this stage. When introducing a new food, wait for some 3 to 5 days between new food to watch for any reactions. Offer a wide variety of flavors and textures over time. Don't give up if your baby rejects because it takes multiple tries. There are some food items that should be avoided at this stage, like honey, which has the risk of botulism, cow milk, it's difficult to digest, whole grapes, nuts, or popcorns that may cause choking hazard. Food with added sugar or salt should be avoided. Be aware of potential allergies. Common allergens include eggs, peanuts, soya, wheat, and fish. Introducing these one at a time in small amounts will be very beneficial. Watch for the signs of allergic reactions like rashes, vomiting, or difficulty to breathe. If there is any family history of food allergy, please consult your doctor. This is your chance to shape your baby's palate. By introducing a variety of flavors early on, you are potentially raising an adventurous eater. Each new food is an opportunity for a priceless reaction. From a crunched up face of surprise to a wide eyed look of delight, don't forget to capture these moments on camera. This is all about the initial phase of introducing solid foods to your baby. Hope this video gave you some insights. If you have got any doubts, just mention them in the comment section and I'll try to answer all of them. I hope this video gave you some useful information. If it did, give it a thumbs up and share with your friends, and we'll proceed to the questions. What if my baby doesn't like a food? It's completely normal for babies to reject any new food initially. In fact, it can take up to 15 to 20 exposures to a new food before the baby accepts it. This is a part of natural protective mechanism called neophobia, a fear of new things. So here is what you can do. Keep offering the food in small amounts. Try different preparations like steamed or roasted vegetables. Mix and match with other food items that your baby already liking them. Model eating and enjoy the food yourself. Stay positive and don't force feed them. This phase is all about exploration and not nutrition. Breast milk or formula will still provide the majority of their nutritional needs in the first 1 year. Think this as training your baby's taste buds for future. Each rejected food is not a failure but a step into their flavor journey. It's fascinating to watch their preferences develop and change over time. Today's rejected broccoli might be tomorrow's favorite food. Is homemade food better than store-bought? Both homemade and store-bought food items can be excellent choices, each with their own advantages. Homemade food allows you to take complete control over the ingredients. It can be economical and it also provides you an opportunity to introduce unique flavors and combinations. And not only this, it lets you adjust the textures as your baby develops. Now coming to the store-bought food. It is convenient, time-saving, nutritionally balanced, fortified, strictly regulated for safety, and it also offers a wide variety of options. But don't forget to read the labels. If you are asking me my personal choice, I would always suggest you to make your baby food at home. It just requires a bit of effort, but it's all worth it. The best choice depends on your lifestyle, time availability, and personal preferences. Many parents opt for a combination of both. Now, the exciting aspect here is making food at home can be fun and rewarding experience. It's like being a chef for most important food critic in your life. Experiment with different combinations and watch for your baby's reactions. Who knows? You might even discover a unique recipe that becomes a family's favorite food later. When can I start finger food for my baby? Babies are typically ready for finger foods around 8 to 10 months of age, but this can vary. Look for the signs of readiness like ability to sit up well without support, good head control, and ability to pick up small objects with a thumb and forefinger, the ability to move the objects from hand to mouth. Start with soft, easily dissolvable food cut into small pieces about a small pea size. Good options include soft fruits like ripened bananas or avocados, well cooked vegetables like sweet potato or carrot. Small pieces of soft meat or fish can also be given. Always supervise your baby during meals and be aware of choking hazards. Finger foods mark an exciting step towards independence. It's amazing to watch your little one learn feed themselves. This stage can be messy, but it's also full of proud moments as your little one masters new skills. Plus, it's also an endless entertaining thing to watch them explore different textures and tastes with their hands and mouth. Always consult your pediatrician if there is any issue. I hope this video gave you some important information during this journey. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel 9 Mantras and be part of our mission to educate million moms and moms to be. Your support helps us create more content like this. See you in my next video. Till then, take care and happy parenting.